And we're live. Hello, welcome to another live show with T. Today we have Kirsha Campbell. She's CPN, she's CMA, and she's joining us to answer quite a pertinent question that small business owners need answers to. So without much ado, we bring Kirsha. Hi,
Hi,
Kirsha. Welcome
T. Hi,
to
everyone. Happy to be here again this week.
yes, 15 minutes or 10 minutes
Yeah, that's fine. We keep it short and sweet.
with your accountant. All right. So the
Yes,
question. So how was your week? Was it good?
it was pretty good. Went by fast, but it was pretty good. Really
Uh,
got out a
That's
lot
right.
in nature. Yeah.
Cool. So the topic for this week is what to do when your personal and business expenses are mixed up. What do you
Okay.
do when you
So,
mix your expenses up?
okay. So the first thing I want us to talk about is I like to give an analogy, and especially with little ones, you gotta do that. So I want you to think of if you know anyone who has food allergies, right? It's so important that certain foods are not mixed. Like if they have an allergy to nuts, if the nuts get mixed with something else, it can really create adverse reactions on their body, swollen lips, the work. So when you're mixing your business and personal expenses, things are happening that are not right. If you have done it, right, two things. If you have already done it, if that's happening, there's confusion. The first thing you need to do is find some time gradually, find what are business expenses and what are personal. Find the best way, take it in stages, go through your transactions and separate them. After you've done that, then you need to give that number to your accountant, your bookkeeper, that this is personal, but it was spent through the business, vice versa, so that appropriate entries can be made. So breathe, it can be fixed. Another thing that I want you to do is to realize that it is important that you keep them separate. Why? Think of like the allergies again. When you're mixing your business and your personal expenses, one, you're likely to be overpaying in taxes. Two, you are like going in your, driving without direction. You're just driving aimlessly. You are running your business. You don't know if you're profitable, if you're selling the right products or services. You're just going along because you don't have the true reflection of what is happening in your business because everything is just all mixed up. So those are the things I want you to keep into perspective when you have mixed your business and your personal expenses together.
Mhm. Keisha, that was short and sweet. My follow-up question there for you is, what sort of systems do you need in place not to mix it? Do you, so for example, you could be going out with your, it could you could be on a business lunch. Is that you could be going on a lunch with someone that could give you business? So is that personal or is that business lunch? Which card pays for it, the credit card or the business card?
So great question. And to be honest, there are going to be sometimes some gray areas like someone might say, I think it's business, and another person might say, I think it's personal. So when those gray areas come in, you do have to make a judgment call. Of course, being guided by your accountant, your expert, right? So one of the best ways to know or to kind of gauge if it's business or personal is, for example, if you're going for lunch, you might be going for lunch with your family or you might have a business partner along with you. You're going to be discussing business. You might be talking about stuff. In that case, you could say, definitely, this is a business lunch because business is being discussed. Other persons are there discussing business. So, a good way to keep track is each time you go out, you ask for the receipt. That will help you, and you make the notes at the back of the receipt. That will help you. I know sometimes you might get electronic receipts, and so find a way. It could be that you put those receipts in a separate folder in your email so that you can know, okay, this was definitely business. I spent it on my personal card in error, or vice versa. So those are some of the ways to keep track. Always make a note of what happened at that luncheon, what you're doing with this item that you're buying, so that the decision can be made properly that this is for business or this is for personal. That will help.
I've got one final question there for you. So you're doing the school run, your mom, and from school run, you're going to be doing some business work like distributing your magazine or distributing some supplies and so on. How do you gauge your mileage? As in, this was my school run mileage. this was my business mileage. How do you even account for that? Should you
So
account for
the
that?
great question. So you do have some apps, like it's one is called, I think, Trip Bank. So what that does is you have it in your vehicle as you are going, you leave in your house. They say business or personal. If you're going to go for your daughter first, then you put personal. If after you picked up your daughter, then you're going to do some errands for work, magazine delivery, then you can now click business on it and it will track that. Otherwise, again, it's going to depend. Some persons, what they will do, they'll just use the best estimate. They'll just say, out of $1,000 that I spent for gas for the last 6 months, 80% is for business based on how their trips are, the reasons for traveling. So there are different ways. And again, it will come back to your situation, right? Because again, there's some gray areas and we do have to make judgment calls, and that's okay. As you're making supported judgment call, it's not just up in the air, but you have a reason why you're doing it.
Would you consider the right system to be reconciling your accounts at the end of every day or every week or every month? All those different receipts. Do you do it daily or weekly? What would you suggest?
It depends on the volume. So, for example, if you have 100 receipts a day, you got to have a system where you're looking at them at least every week or so every day. So it depends. If you just have 3 receipts for the month, then it's okay to not look at it every day, right? You're going to look at it as they come on. So again, looking at the volume of your transactions. But I would encourage everybody, and this is across the board, to have a system where if it's every week, you review what has happened. If you need to say this is business, this is personal, review what's happening in your business every week. As time goes by, it can be bi-weekly, monthly, and so forth. But again, it depends on how many transactions you're having, how many things are happening in your business. You might be able to get away from looking at it every week. You might do bi-weekly. So it all depends.
So what if you need to borrow money from business account to help maybe pay for a trip somewhere, or you need to borrow from your personal account to help you get to a business trip? How do
So one of
you
the things, so that is going to depend on how your business is set up. So I'll use the two common scenarios. If you are a sole proprietor, right, then the business is not separate from you. So all you need to do is just make a record. This was taken out. You'll take it out as an owner's draw, it's called, and that's fine. It's your business, you can do that. With a corporation where you incorporated, it's a little different. So taking money out of the company, if it's not a business trip, if it's a personal trip, you're going to have to find a way to take that out. Are you going to use a shareholders loan? That's one way. Or are you going to do dividends? So again, it depends on the structure of your business, how you're going to take money out of your business. And again, both methods have different implications from the tax side as well.
for people listening, where can they find you if they have more questions?
So I'm on Facebook right here as Kirsha Campbell. You can just pop into my DMs, any questions you have, and I'll be happy to chat more. I'm on Instagram as the Cash Lab. You can search as Kirsha Campbell as well. Again, send me a message there, and same on LinkedIn. I'm there too.
Okay. All right, Campbell, you're a CPA, CMA, and we're really grateful for your time this
Yes. Thank you
afternoon.
for having me again. Yes.
You're welcome. See you same time next week.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank
Goodbye,
you.
everyone.